Hey guys, it's Lindsay.
Hey guys, it's Hannah.
This is
Delulu,
Delusion.
living in delusion.
Delusion podcast.
We're a little tired today, guys.
Yeah, it's been an exhausting 3 days of the week. So to start off, song obsession of the week. We kind of have a theme for this week
See if
where
we can figure it out.
we'll show the outfits to give a little clue. So my song obsession of the week is "Save My Life" by Niall Horan.
And my song obsession of the week is still by Niall Horan. Also, honorable mention, and I have to shout it out. It's not by Niall, but I'm Not Pretty by Megan Marine. Yeah.
Oh, Ghost. She has a song coming out tomorrow. Woohoo! Man on the Moon. Everybody get hype. We have a few pop culture moments as well. I don't even remember what we had. The main thing, Charles Leclerc won in Monaco his home
Yeah.
race.
It's been a while
Ah!
since we updated you guys, so
I had a lot of pop culture updates, but I didn't want to bore you because some of them are from like a month ago. But that one's within the last week and a half, and it was a big deal, really big deal. Hannah saw Noah Khan. How was it?
it was so good. So let me tell you guys. So me and my friend went and shout out Lucy. We bought tickets like the day before. And we had our seats were separate and we were in like the 300 nosebleeds. And then when we got there, we asked if we could get seats together and they moved us to lower bowl. So love, thank you, Queen. It's this same queen that will come into a later part of the story, but she will
Not
not
a
be referred to as
She's
a
a
queen by
villain. She's
Lindsay,
a villain in my story, so
but a queen in mine. And he did amazing. It was so good. I love Noah Khan. So it was awesome. And he brought out Kelsey Ballerini, which was
Queen.
super fun. And it was just a really good show. Because like his music's a little bit more, well, I don't know if it's really slow, but but it was still really fun.
Yeah. She FaceTimed me. I asked her to FaceTime me during orange juice, and I heard like the one part of the chorus, and we both kept trying, and I was like, "That's good, that's okay, I
Yep.
heard
Yep.
it."
Have you seen people like mewing now?
I think it looks so dumb. Who's that Kiernan Shipka? Do you know who I'm talking about? Everybody always talks
Yeah.
about her and how she does it like really, really bad. We don't really have any other pop culture updates. There hasn't really been anything like recent enough for it to be in this episode, I don't think.
No, I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't think so. I
I think
did,
that I wanna talk about at
yeah,
least.
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like, there's some things, but I don't really care to talk about them. Current read, you first, me first.
You first.
Okay. I haven't actually started it yet. I've read like a couple
Then it's not
pages.
current? Okay,
I've read a couple pages.
I see.
It's called Bad Summer People by Emma Rosenblum. It's basically a little beach summer mystery. They're on the beach playing tennis. It's like a beach town vibe, and somebody dies, and a little kid finds them, and that's all I know so far. So I'm excited to read it. Anna Claire really liked it, so
I've never really read a murder mystery.
I've read like one last summer, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. It's not normally my vibe, but Anna Claire really liked it, so I'm giving it a try.
Um, Me, on the other hand, I have not really had any time to read or any free time, period. So I'm not very far, but I'm almost done. Like I have like maybe 20 pages left in Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, and I'm currently deciding whether I'm going to read Assassin's Blade or just keep trucking on through to Queen of Shadows. Because if you haven't read it, I'm not going to say any spoilers, but I don't know if I can mentally handle Assassin's Blade right
It's
now.
it's a little emotional.
It's a little traumatic. Stewart, if you're listening, which you probably will, shout out Stewart.
So
You
true.
asked me if you had to read Assassin's Blade. You do, but just good luck. He's gonna be
Assassin's
so excited when he hears he got a shout out.
It's like no, he deserves one. He's one of our biggest fans.
He is.
So I think Assassin's Blade is just one of those where like you have to do it the first time because like there's essential things in there that like will help things click later on. But
Yeah.
like it's a little, like, traumatizing to have to do
It's
over again.
especially traumatizing, like, I know some people were like, "Oh, read it first, and it's so sad." It's especially traumatizing when you already know how the events in the book end, and yet you just have to sit there and
Ugh.
read it anyway.
I don't think like, you're a trooper, I don't think I could, like, emotionally do any of that right now. Like, Throne of Glass, I think would, like
That's because that's because I love Throne of Glass, and I could talk we're gonna have an episode on it, honestly.
we
You
need
guys
to do it soon, we need to do a Sarah J. Maas episode
you
soon.
guys let us know, but this is what we're debating because I think we can make multiple episodes.
No, I
So,
think so
like,
too.
episode per book?
Per book,
Yeah. Or just, like
per series.
'cause
I don't know, per, like, couple books, like, lump them together.
no, I have
Cause
enough to
like
talk about with all of them.
yeah, but, like, are people gonna listen? We don't really have very many consistent listeners yet.
That's why we spread them out, like, it gives it doesn't we'll
True.
talk about it later.
Well,
We
we
can
can
talk about
figure
it.
it out.
You
Y'all give
guys
us
let us
your
know.
comment down below.
Like, comment, subscribe. Um,
But that's the gist of, like, our the opening, but the main content for this episode is gonna be because 2 days ago, we saw Niall Horan in Nashville.
woo!
Everybody cheered.
Yep, I heard them.
Everybody.
Yep, guys, it was a big deal. It was a really big deal for me.
It was honestly, it was always a big deal, but, like, it didn't really hit me until literally the day of it, and it was like, "Holy cow."
Yeah. No, if you know me, you know how long I've been waiting for this. A very long time. It was so good.
Me and Caroline we went and stayed with oh my god. There's a very essential part of the story you have to tell.
I debated whether or not I wanted to tell this story because I was
Eh,
like, I don't want people to think that I'm gross.
nobody's gonna think you're gross.
Okay, so everyone buckle up. Sit tight because I'm going to try to condense it as much as possible, but you're going to need the context. I haven't been staying at my apartment very much lately because I have an internship in Nashville, so I've been staying with my friend Sydney. Last Sunday, I went and stayed with her, and I came back to my apartment on Thursday. I came in last Thursday, and not gonna lie to you guys, there was a bit of a smell, and I was like, not very faint, and I was like, "What was that?" And I walk into my bathroom, and this is probably gonna give away most of the rest of the story. But I walk into my bathroom, and there are tiny little feathers on my floor. Hey, why are there feathers on my floor? I know. In my heart, I knew at this point, but we're still in the denial stage of this story. The denial stage of this story.
Denial.
Anyways,
Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
we're gonna cut that out.
Do you not know that sound?
I do. I know everything about Wendy Williams. Please do
Okay.
not.
Okay. I figured you did. You just
For also more context, sometimes when I'm getting ready, sometimes I hear birds flying in my walls, guys. I can hear them in my bathroom. I can hear them tweeting. So I was like, that's weird. And I saw two flies in my bathroom. I've never had problems with bugs here. And I was like, that's weird. And so I tried to tape aluminum foil over the vent in my bathroom wall. It didn't work. I go to my other internship the next day and I'm gone all day and I come back and the two or three flies had turned into like 30 and maintenance wouldn't come fix it. So I set off my own bombs and I bought all these fly traps and spent so much money on this stuff. And so I set them off before I left for my internship again. And then when I came back, all the flies were gone, but there was a terrible smell in my bathroom. And that's when I knew. So I'm going to shorten this story for you guys. But long story short, there was a deceased bird in my bathroom vent and I called my parents and made them sit and be emotional support for me while I removed it myself. I was a big girl and I removed the bird myself. It was worst experience of my life, terrible. And I thought it was over. I thought we were through. I wake up the next morning, the smell is still quite not gone. And I was like, oh no. And my mom's like, what are the odds there's another bird in there? I was like, there can't be. I get on and try to see if there's anything remaining in the vent, and there was a second deceased bird in the vent, and my friend Sydney's dad came and removed it for me, and we had to rip out the vent from the wall, and that is how I started my week.
And she's so brave, and we're so proud of her for it,
Thank
so
you.
make sure
So
y'all
many
let her
people have
know.
told me how proud they are of me, but I
You
need more.
like, it deserves it
Thank you.
because I couldn't do it. You're better than me. I'm really
People everyone's told me they couldn't do it, but until you're in that situation, you don't know. Like, when you have people coming over and you're desperate, like, and
true.
also, a fun fact about me is, like, if someone's coming over, I have to have everything, like, perfect, and that
Yeah.
was kinda
She
ruining the
was
perfect vibe.
she was texting me about it, and I was texting Caroline, and we were both like, "It like, literally, whatever we have to do is fine. We're fine, we promise." We were like,
I
"We are
was not
just
fine.
along for the ride."
I was
But
not
we
fine.
got there, bird was gone, all is well.
The bird had just been removed when we
Yeah.
got there.
Yeah, they were like Sydney's dad was there, they were moving
Yeah.
stuff out. It was but we hung out, went into Nashville the next day, and then we got ready for Niall. It was
Also, shout out because they cooked us dinner and let us get ready at their house.
lovely. It was absolutely lovely. Sydney's mom was great, wonderful host, played Niall for us, was checking on us, made us food. It was wonderful.
And she got to see Niall too.
Yes, yes, queen. And so we got ready, ate our spaghetti, stormed, weather came out of nowhere.
It was actually pretty bad too.
Yeah, it was pretty bad on the way there. It was bad when we got into Nashville. It did pass fairly quickly, but
Yeah.
it kinda like, looking at pictures from other concerts at Bridgestone, it was kinda, like, sad because it's so empty outside of it in our pictures, and the weather was definitely, like, the main reason. It looks so like a ghost town outside of
We
it.
got cute pictures though.
They are so cute. The jumping one is so funny to me. I didn't have that until you sent it last night. I hadn't, like,
Oh,
actually
really? I
seen
put
it.
it in the album.
I just hadn't looked. I didn't know we had other ones in there, and I was like, "It's so cute." It's probably, like, one of my favorites. That's so funny. Um,
And so
oh my god. Okay, okay. So we get into Bridgestone Arena, right? We're vibing, we're looking around, figuring out what to do.
I know what she's gonna say.
Hannah all of a sudden is like, "Guys, that's Laura Marano." Allie from Austin and Allie is just walking right beside us, goes and gets in the bathroom line.
Oh, I made dead eye contact with her before. I think she saw me, like, realize who she was because I was, like, staring at her, and I was like at first I was like, "Oh my goodness, it's a
Oh
doppelganger."
my god, I'll actually listen.
But then I heard her talk, and I was like, "Oh, no, that's for sure her." And I think she kinda saw the realization hit my eyes because she looked at me, and then she just, like, turned her way, and I was like, "Oh."
Guys, there was actually a lot going on because at the same time we were trying to find guest services. She got in the bathroom line and Caroline was like, "We're getting in the bathroom line because I want to speak to Laura Marano." That was really goofy. Hannah ended up talking to her,
Yeah, I was
complimenting the
like, "Don't
boots.
leave her alone, don't ask for a picture," but I did end up talking to her because she was standing right beside me at the sink, and she was, like, washing her hands, and she had these really cute boots on, and I would have complimented anyone wearing those shoes, so I was like, "Oh my goodness, I really love your boots," and she was like, "Thank you so much," and she's like, "I love your vest," and I was like, "Oh, thank you, I got it from Amazon," and she was like, "Love that, I love that," and then, it was fun, and everyone was like, "You're just casually talking to her?" I was like, "Yeah."
I was like in the restroom, like using the restroom as I hear Hannah start talking and I can hear her voice and I'm like, that is literally Laura Marano talking right now. What is happening?
And it would be me. It would be me. No one
Oh
who
my
else would
god.
be having a casual conversation?
Okay.
So, we did go to guest services, and we asked if they could, like, upgrade our seats, and she was like, "Well, where are y'all sitting?" I was like, "We're already on floor. We're just wondering if there was any options just a little bit closer." And she was like, "I don't know, may I don't have anything right now." And I was like, "What if I come back right before he goes on?" And she was like, "Maybe." And I was like, "Okay, I'll see you." Riley Tate was the first opener, but we did miss his set just because
Yeah.
of the storm and stuff. I did want to see him, but the storm, and it was like really chaotic inside Bridgestone, and we were trying to get merch and stuff. And so we did miss him, unfortunately. But Del Watergap was this second opener, and I love
I
him.
I didn't know anything about him, and he was really
Really?
good. I really
No.
enjoyed it.
It was kinda crazy when I saw that he was the opener because me and Lauren, like, I already really liked him, and me and Lauren had been talking about him for, like, months, and then all of a sudden I was scrolling through my Instagram, and I looked and I saw, like, the Nile tour poster, and I was like, "Oh my goodness," and then I saw that Del Gap posted it because 'cause I'd already followed him. I was like, "No way." I was like, "I didn't even know you guys knew each other like that. What do you mean he's your opener?" And so, yeah, it was really good. I loved him so much. It was so much fun. And I got some really good videos. And then actually someone DM'd me on Twitter and asked if I had any better videos of Del Water Gap. I was like, "Oh, this is all I have." And then she sent me a video and I was in her video, like in front of her, like this is me right here.
That's
And she's like,
crazy.
"Wait, is this you?" And I was like, "Wait, yeah, that is."
That's crazy. I didn't know
So,
anything about him, but I really enjoyed him. I didn't know his songs, but he was really good. I
yeah,
liked it.
you should listen.
I probably will now. I feel like sometimes that's what it takes for me. Like I have
Yeah,
to see him
and
live, and
that's
I'm
the
like,
point of being an
yeah,
opener.
exactly.
Gracie Abrams would know because, oh, that's a pop culture thing. Her tour is like completely selling out because, I think she got a little bit more. I mean, she was already kind of,
What
but like
venues is she
Taylor.
doing?
Ooh, I don't remember. I knew what it was, but I don't remember. But apparently there was like 25,000 people in the queue, which is more than MSG, and she's
That's
doing
crazy.
a smaller venue than MSG. So,
Hmm, that's crazy.
yeah, there were a lot of people trying to get
Yeah, I
tickets.
know I'd seen so much about people like talking about Ticketmaster yesterday and how it was like a fight, which it's always a fight if it's
Oh,
somebody that's
another pop
popular.
culture thing. Ticketmaster was hacked.
Guys,
Yeah.
I've literally been turning my card on and off because I'm so scared they have my card information now.
At this point, I'm just like, "Whatever, they have it." Like, there's nothing I can do
There's
about it
there's
now.
also just like not much there, so like,
Yeah.
oh well, I
But
guess.
people are, like, changing their passwords and their emails. I'm like, "They've already got everything for me." Like, what if they got me, they got me. Like, there's
Right.
nothing I can do to
Like
take them down.
I'm not putting in the effort. Like it's already been said that it's been
Yeah.
hacked, so like they've got it if they're gonna get it. So
So, anyways, Del Water Gap was great, and then after, I went back to guest services, and I'll tell my story first, and then Lindsay can tell hers. But we went back to guest services, and I was like, I know that the odds are still probably 0, but like, did you? And the lady was like, I don't know. And then she just like threw 2 tickets on the table and was like, here you go. And I almost cried. I was so excited. But and
it
they weren't like front row or anything, but they were like significantly closer than what we were originally.
so as she said, she threw 2 tickets. There were 4 of us standing there asking. 4. 4. She gave 2 tickets.
And she was like, "Where
And
were the other 2 when you asked me earlier?" And I
well,
was like,
first of all, I was in there. I was the only one in guest services. So, anyways, you were the only one up there talking. Nobody was up there with you. So then me and Caroline are like, well, our seats aren't even together. Is there any way we can get something together closer? We don't want to. We're row 5 in the section we were in. And she says, I have row 23. Do I look like I want the very last row? Like, I will sit by myself if that's the case. So, anyways, we go back to our seats and we get back down there. And Caroline sees that there are a bunch of tickets that keep going on sale. She grabs my phone, sprints back up to guest services, and she's like, there are tickets here. Like, is there not anything? And they were like, well, those don't have anything to do with us. This is this. And she's like, there's like so many seats open. Like, there's like, and so then we go back, we go and find them. The whole row's open, which also means they could have given 2 more tickets, probably.
and the girls beside us had also been upgraded by guest services to our left.
I understand if you don't, it was just very rude to hand. We're all 4 together, had come to this concert together, and we're standing there together asking, and she handed 2 people tickets. Like, fine, don't be rude. It was rude. Watch your attitude. We're all 4 standing here together. Why would you not give everybody that's standing there together tickets? It's rude. Bridgestone Arena hates me, and I will hate them forever. They have gotten more on my hit list. So,
But I love her because she was also the one that upgraded me for Noah Khan, and I think she's a queen, an icon, and Lindsay says she doesn't like her, but I do like her. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I don't. It was rude. She needs to learn how to be fair because it wasn't. Anyways, we go up there and sit with her them anyways because the whole row's open, and the people behind us were like, "The row's been open the whole time." So we were like, "Okay, we're gonna sit here." So we sit there, and then my friend Kaylee just happened to be sitting right behind us, so she climbs over the row and comes to sit with us. There are, like, at least 2 or 3 seats open, and there's these 2 men on the end. So, Niall comes out, crazy, insane.
He looks so good. He's so cutie.
The start of our problems, though, in the middle of the show, we did try and go out to see if we were able to walk up
It was like
closer.
the first song.
Yeah, and when we get back on the row, these guys come up to us and they're like, "Are y'all supposed to be here?" And we were like, "Yeah, we're supposed to be here." And they were, like, looking at us weird, and we were like, "Okay, we're
They
not
had a
take."
problem.
They had something go I don't know. There were so many seats open, and it's like we weren't bothering them. Like, maybe it was a little bit of a problem that we walked through them. I get it. We didn't bother them the rest of the show.
Yeah.
Anyways, Niall comes out, absolutely insane. Everybody's screaming, freaking out, sobbing, as it goes. Um, I don't even it had been like half of the show whenever the next problem happened.
It's been a few songs in for sure, and my friend Lucy was there, and, she told me that if no one else shows up on the road, like, to text her and let her know she might try to come up there, and no one did. So I let her know that the row was open. When she came up, that's when the other problem was.
The guys, like, got security, and
Yeah.
had the security, like, come onto the row and, like, made Lucy and
And
her
they still
2.
had plenty of room, by the way.
Yeah. They were also on the end of the row, so they could have,
Yeah.
like, pushed out a little bit if they needed to also.
Yeah.
But the Bridgestone worker just, like, was like, "Y'all can't stand here, like, you have to go where your seats
Yeah,
are," like,
he obviously he really didn't care, like, he was like but
so
he just
then
had to do something because the men said something to him.
Yeah, so then as soon as the 3 of them leave, the guy leans over and he's like, "They're not supposed to be here either." And he comes up to us and he's like, "Are y'all supposed to be here?" And like all of us were like, "Yes, we're supposed to be here." And then Hannah and Caroline were like, "We got tickets at the
Yeah.
box office, like we're
I was like, "The
supposed to
box
be
office
here."
upgraded us here."
And so then he told them that he did not care. He was like
Yeah,
very
he's like
obviously like,
he, like,
"There's
didn't
so."
even make us show him
I
tickets either.
think
He was
I think
like
the only reason that he made the others
yeah,
leave is because they just gotten there,
yeah,
and these men were just bitter. They left early, they were
yeah,
like they didn't know
and
the songs, it was kind of ridiculous.
the girls behind it well, like, when Lucy was walking by and her friends, the guy she accidentally spilled one of his beers, and like, after the security guy, "I'm so fair, good, glad you spilled his drink." And then, she's like, "They're supposed to be there, they got printed tickets from the box office, you need to get, like, your attitude adjusted." And then they left, and then the girls behind us were like, "Did those grown men just make those girls leave?" Like, they were mad about like, everyone was like, "What's the reason?" Like, we had floor seats, there was no one in that row.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, you didn't have to be so rude about it.
I'm pretty positive that whenever that there were still 3 seats open between Kaylee and the 2 of
Yeah,
them. So, like, there was room for them.
yeah,
Moral of the story, if you go to a concert, don't act like that. Just be nice. Let
yeah,
people move if they wanna move, if the seats are open. If it's not bothering you, don't
yeah.
be like that.
And it also, like, it wasn't like they paid any different, that we all had floor seats. These were just like and honestly, I saw that like the floor seats we bought were more expensive than those because they were supposed to be originally closer to the B stage, which weren't there. And so
Yeah.
which wasn't there. So like that but anyway, so it just like it wasn't bothering them, like we weren't annoying them. They wanted to have a bad attitude and they did. And if you go into something with wanting to have a bad attitude, then you will and you won't have a fun time.
But all of that aside, it was a great concert. There was just this one little annoying thing
Yeah.
for part of the show, but Niall was great.
Like,
The first
so good. He was
so
so
good. So
so much
I
fun.
already told y'all my song obsession was "Save My Life," but he sang "Save My Life," and between "Save My Life" and "Black and White," which is one of my favorite songs on Heartbreak Weather, he starts yapping, and I can tell he's about to play "Black and White," and he just starts talking, and I'm like, "Holy cow, that is Niall Horan," sobbing, full tears, like, body is, like, convulsing, like, that is Niall Horan.
For me, it was when I heard him laugh, like, I heard Niall's laugh, Niall's laugh, "Ah!" I heard that and I was like, "No way." I have multiple pictures of me, like, that Lauren took, and I was
Oh,
just like he kept doing these star jumps. What song was that
"If You
again?
Leave Me." He
And
would go, "If
everyone
you
on
ever."
Twitter has been they're still talking about it today. They've all been like, I can't stop thinking about Niall's star jumps, like, what was going through his head. It was so funny, and then we are all, like, doing star
Oh,
jumps.
our whole row was like, first of all, our row was eating everybody around us up. We were going
Oh, yeah.
crazy. But the star jumps, we all started doing them, and I haven't, like, paid too much attention to, like, the content for this show because I was kinda, like, wanting the set list wasn't gonna be the same every night, so I was like, "I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go into it a little, like, blind." So I didn't know if that was, like, a thing he normally did or not, so I was like, "That's so funny, like, what
No, and
was he
everyone's, like,
thinking?"
acting like he has good knees or something, but then when I went back and watched the video I had, I see him jump, and then he goes and he, like, holds onto his knees, and it's
Oh my
like
god. Oh my god. What song is it? I keep seeing people posting the video. Was it Heaven whenever we're all singing and he, like, bends down on the ground and is just, like, looking around in amazement?
yeah, it's heaven.
Oh
He
my
goes,
god. Oh my god. Because I was watching, I, like, saw him do that and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna." Oh my god. Like, he.
and y'all anyways, he loves Nashville, y'all. He was talking so much about Nashville, how it feels like his home like, how he feels at home here, even when he's not at home, he said it feels like home, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, he did that for me because he loves me and I love Nashville." But Noah Kahan yeah,
God, it was also really, I don't know when he normally has done the surprise guest thing, but it was kind of, he was singing This Town already, like, he was
mm,
already in the middle of singing and he stopped and he goes, "No, actually," and we guys, first of all, we might have had an inkling already
yeah,
that it was
we
Noah Kahan, but, like, we didn't know when it was gonna happen, so it was still, like, kind of
yeah.
insane, but Noah
And everyone
Kahan.
around us was freaking out. So many people told me how jealous they were. They sounded so good together
It
too.
was so good, like, it
Yeah.
even Kaylee that was with us, she said she's not, like, a big Noah Kahan fan, but she was like, "That was incredible, like, that was so good, they sounded so good together," so
They
it
sounded amazing,
it was
and
so good.
Niall loves Nashville, confirmed. Noah loves Nashville, and we kinda knew that it might be Noah also because, like, he had been, like, liking tweets about Niall and commenting, and we were like, "Hey, we see you." So
Yeah,
there were a few theories because that he was gonna be there, but they did it was just so good.
it was
All the
so
shows
good.
were good. The stage, I love the visuals in the
So good.
stage. It looked so good. It was so cute, and of course, I had a little bit of a, breakdown when he sang "Still." I don't typically cry at concerts, like, ever. This is the 2nd concert I've cried at in all the concerts I've been to, and as soon as he started playing it, I was like, "Nope, I'm done," and it was everything I wanted to hear live.
It was so good. There's a video of all 4 of us, like, hugging and crying, and it's
So
really
many people
sweet.
told me they liked that video.
It's so cute, the lights around us, like, it's
Yeah.
honestly like a perfect little concert video.
2000 little tiny Hannah, who has been a Nile girl since 2011, she was very happy. You know, I have stayed dedicated to Nile, so it was really exciting because this was the first time I saw him, and a lot of people didn't realize that, and I was like, "Nope, this is the first time I've ever seen him."
The 2011 thing, every time he said something about 14 years, I was like, "Okay, so you're trying to kill me
Enough.
right now?"
So
It
are you
like
calling me old?
eh
Are you calling me
well,
old now?
he's older.
He
Old
you can
man,
tell with his
god.
knees. No, I'm just kidding. I can say that because I also have
Oh,
really bad knees.
I do too.
So I get it.
What all did he sing?
His
He
tiny little dolly on the he had, like, a dolly
For
part in,
support?
yeah, for
Uh,
support. What are Funko Pops?
Funko Pop, yeah.
Yeah.
It was I literally had just said to I was like, "Who is that on there?" And then he started talking about it, and I was like, "That's so
I was
goofy."
literally wondering the same thing because I didn't know that if it had been something because like, I also haven't watched
Yeah.
everything because I wanted to be a little bit surprised, so I didn't know that if it had been something that he had all the tours, but no, it was just Dolly for now. Yeah, so Miss Dolly was there, not in the flesh, but in spirit. So
Um,
I got to see, like, Noah and Niall. I got to see Noah like, twice,
so
literally
silly.
within a week of each other.
I was also really sad because I didn't get to go see Noah, and obviously I still haven't heard his music, but that did make up for it a little bit that I didn't get to see him by himself. This one was actually I feel like this is one of the most, other than Taylor, this is, like, one of the most exciting things I've had in a while because, like,
Yeah.
Harry's a big deal, and, like, I like Louis too, but, like, I'd seen them the last couple of times I've seen them, like, I'd already seen them. And and this was, like, the first time that it was, like, a first time seeing one of them in a while, so that was really cool because I hadn't had that experience since, like, 2022.
Yeah, same. Um, I was just in shock the whole time, mostly for me, because, I am the Nile girl, so I don't typically make things about me, but I made that about me just a little bit.
So true.
Not really, but, like, I didn't make anyone about me, but I was just excited. I was just in shock just a little bit. I was less worried about other people, if that makes sense.
So true.
Usually, I
Which
would.
is a big deal for Hannah.
Yeah, I don't typically do that. I was just a little bit less worried about other people and just made sure I had a fun time, which I don't typically do. So, but yeah, I was just like in shock the whole time. Like, I think Lauren looked over at me at one time and she's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just watching." And she was like, "You look like you've been shot." I was like,
I think I did the same thing because I was you looked, like, worried about something, and I was like, "What is she doing?" Because it
I
wasn't
was
like
just standing there.
there was no, like, emotion there, it was just like
I mean, no, everyone beside me was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just watching." My eyes look really big right
No,
now.
you were like that then too, you were like
And then we weren't like barricade, but we were still close enough for me to see him and be like, he's a real person.
yeah, like, you could see all his facial
Yeah.
features and, like, it's nice to be that close to him. We think he probably looked over he definitely looked our way during the star jumps, and he definitely saw, cause he can see a long way away, as I've discovered.
Yeah.
He could definitely see Caroline's doll and us over there with it whenever he didn't speak to us, though.
There was like one point at one song that like, he kind of looked over at us.
What song was that? Cause we
I
all, like,
can't
looked at each other,
remember.
like
Yeah.
and I
Because
can't
Caroline was like, he just looked at us. I was like,
I know, and we were all like, "Oh my god," but I can't remember what it was. It was, like, a really random moment, too.
yeah. It was just like kind of in between things. Like, I don't think I was videoing. I
No, I
honestly,
wasn't.
I videoed a lot, like, I have a lot of videos, but for a lot of the songs, like, I was really just watching, like, the whole first song,
Same.
I don't really have video for that. Mostly, I was actually just watching because when I was trying to video, my phone was like this,
Yeah.
and the videos weren't good. They weren't turning out cute.
I feel like I tried to be a little more in the moment with it because I went back and I was, like, trying to look for videos of certain songs, and I was like, "I don't have that. That's not
Yeah.
in my camera roll. It's not there." It was so good, though. Like, he was so good love. It was a great show. The energy was really good. It
And the
was
girls behind us were so nice. I did feel kinda bad because, like, I was going feral. We were all kinda going feral, but Caroline during Fire Away really, I think, was a bit of a scary moment. Um,
Caroline felt she had already told me, like, on the way up there, she was like, "I'm gonna die if he sings Fire Away," because it's one of them he, like, doesn't sing every night,
yeah.
and this is the only show she was going to, so, like, I have a video where she, like, completely falls to the ground, is, like, sobbing, and then she's like, she was sobbing through the whole song. It was really sweet.
Um,
Um,
it's not the only one I'm going to, though.
yeah.
Surprise! I'm going to another one soon. Not
When is
really,
that
it's like a
one?
month away.
Yeah, it's
Like
in
over a
July,
month
isn't it?
away, yeah.
And then we're
July
going
12th.
July 12th, and then we're going August 2nd.
Yep.
So we have more Nile content
And,
coming, do not worry.
I'm not gonna do it, but will admit the thought has entered my head to just drive on to Houston. I'm not gonna do it because it's the next
You
day.
mean Austin?
Yes.
Do you
I'm
remember how
not
many people were given free tickets before Nashville? How many notifications I got about free tickets? Because I will admit the thought has also crossed my mind. And it's at Moody Center. We'll keep that one in mind.
we'll think about it, we'll think about it.
We'll
The only issue
circle
is that we'll
back.
have other people. Like, if it was just us 2, I would say we
Yeah.
could do it for sure.
It's
Um,
okay. That's a problem for another day.
yeah, we'll figure it out for sure.
Anyway, it was awesome if you couldn't tell if we're both going and considering
Yeah. I'm
even
going to St.
more.
Louis now because, like, I don't know why I wasn't going to begin with because they have $29 lawn tickets. I have a place to stay, love Gabby, and Gabby and Emily are already going, and I was like, "Hey," because when we first bought the tickets, we've had the tickets for over a year. When we first bought the tickets, they were going to St. Louis, and I was like, "Oh, I'll come to that show," and I just completely forgot about it, and then Emily said something about going. I was like, "Hey, why am I not going? It's on a
True.
Friday. Why am I not going?"
I'd go, but I'm not gonna have a way there, so it's pretty fire. If you have the opportunity to see Niall Horan, I suggest you do it because
For sure.
it's pretty slay. I think even if you don't really like him, you'd probably enjoy
Yeah.
it. He put on a pretty good show.
'Cause I knew some people there who hadn't listened to all of his music, and
Yeah, that was also I like, the thought didn't even cross my mind until, like, a week or 2 before that, like, he has a lot more fans because of, like, The Voice now too.
yeah, I hadn't thought about that either.
Yeah, I saw somebody post about it, and I was like, "They are definitely just, like, people that watch The Voice," which is cool, but, like, it never crossed my mind, and then, like, people started talking about it, and I was like, "Oh,
He
okay."
also mentioned it too. He was like, "Whether you've been here for 14 years or you just saw me on The Voice and was like, 'Hey, I like that guy.'"
He mocked the Southern accent when he
He
said it
did.
too.
And I was like, "Hey, now."
He did mention that. He said, "I'm sorry, guys. I hate when people do Irish accents, so I'm
I
really sorry
didn't hear
about
him
that."
say
He
that.
said
I
that.
didn't
It wasn't that time, but it was another time he did it. He was like, "I know that was horrible. Like, I hate it when people do mine. I'm so sorry."
At one point, he was like, "If you didn't like the show, don't tell anybody." He's like, "If
He
you liked it, yay. If you don't."
he said, "Don't do any tweets. Don't say anything bad about it on Twitter." And I literally, as he said it, I went to Twitter and tweeted about it.
So, I'm really excited to see him again when I'm not in shock. I'm like, "Okay,
So
yep,
true.
I've seen him before, been there, done this. I'm gonna buy more merch, of course, because I only bought this t-shirt because I'm hashtag poor."
Yeah.
But hey, if you guys keep listening to this, maybe we can do ads and get more money.
Hey, like, we'd love that, guys. We'll even, like, share the love at some
Oh,
point,
yeah.
but y'all've gotta help us out.
$20, I'll split it with you guys.
It's so true.
Help me help you. Help us.
Exactly. Exactly.
Send us to concerts. Send us to F1 Grand Prix, please.
True. You never know, guys. If you get us big enough, we could do giveaways for y'all too, so, like,
Y'all
it
could
benefits
y'all could
everyone.
go on these brand trips with us. We could listen, if you guys just help us make it happen, we will give back to you.
So true.
That's
We
my
will.
sales pitch.
And there you have it, folks.
I will buy you a Louis Vuitton.
True. Think
And
that's
one day
about
when we're famous, we're gonna come back and look at this and someone's gonna be like, "Hey, where's my Louis Vuitton?" And I'm gonna be like, "It's right here. I've
you
got
got it.
it. I got it. I got it."
Send the Addy right now.
I
We
don't
got you.
lie. I'm not gonna give you all one, but I'll give some people.
True.
I know who our dedicated people are so far.
Yeah, we know. I think that's about all we have, though.
So yeah, we got to see each other for the first time in like 6 months, so that was fun. Woo! But you won't have to wait 6 months this time because actually we have a couple things coming up. At least 2.
At the most, it's gonna be 2 months before we see each other again right now. About 2 months, because the
Yeah.
beginning of August.
Oh, well, and we're also going in August because that's my birthday.
Yep, it's her birthday show, which, gosh, I'd hate that we're not, like, for sure doing Moody because we would've both had birthday shows at
I
Moody.
know, but, I think we should for sure do Moody. Just
I think so too. We'd
we'll
have to
work.
figure it out, but, like,
Some people might not be able to come, but that's okay. We'll work on it.
we'll have to actually look at that because the amount of people that gave away now tickets was kinda crazy.
We're gonna keep an eye out.
Oh, we are. We for sure are. I think that's the end of this episode. We really hope you enjoy it. We hope you continue to listen to the podcast. We have a lot
Yeah.
of more fun things coming up.
And we're gonna try to get a more consistent upload schedules. One of us is really busy and doesn't have any free time to do anything. Lindsay, be for real. Like you are keeping the
I'm
people without content.
I'm so busy laying in bed and reading romance books. It's insane,
Yeah.
guys.
So, guys, if you're mad about not having a lot of episodes, blame her because I'm always available. I'm always free. I'm not working every single day.
No, not at all. We'll talk about it. We'll talk it out. We actually will try and figure out a more consistent schedule. We'll have to actually
Guys,
get on
you're
it.
gonna have to forgive Lindsay because, she just didn't foresee these things happening.
And by
And they've been
Lindsay,
taking up a lot more of her time than she thought.
she means herself, Hannah. So true.
Okay, I'm lying. Hannah literally has been working for like a month straight every single day. So
Hannah needs a break. If you hear this, give her a break.
please,
She needs some rest.
please. I'm so tired.
That's the end of this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Follow all of our socials, subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, follow the
Like our
podcast.
Nile pictures because
Yes. Okay. Anyways, I'm Lindsay.
and I'm Hannah.
And that was episode 3 of the Living in Delusion podcast.
If you got this far, thank you for listening. We
Thank you
love
so
you.
much. We
I
love
love you.
y'all
I love you.
lots. I love
Ah,
you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
bye.
Bye.